looks great there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the little sunscreen.
Yeah.
A lot, right?
This
time of year, you got to do a lot.
I know. And my wife gets on me for that.
She should.
She reminds me every day, hey, make sure that you put sunscreen on.
Right up here, too. Is very underrated.
Yeah, on the ears. Yeah.
Underrated.
You know, I learned that from Rob Thompson in New York. He, didn't put, he started getting some.
He's a fair-skinned guy.
Yeah,
He's
so I learned that from him. He's learning from coaches. Go ahead.
Justin throwing today, mound, no mound. What's the?
So he's going to come out, play catch, and see how he feels. If he feels well, the plan is for him to throw some pitches off the mound.
Okay, sweet.
Yesterday he felt better than maybe the day before, or how would that?
Yeah, if he comes out, play catch, and gets off the mound, that means that he's feeling better.
How do you look at this bullpen? I mean, it seems like you guys have, I guess, bought low on a number of guys, and are you just trying to figure out, hey, we might strike lightning in a bottle with some of these guys, or?
You know what? For the first time since I've been here, we actually have some competition, and I was talking to them about that yesterday. How, competition creates the opportunity, and their job, their part now is to run with it. And but we are excited about a couple of guys that are here in camp. Super talented group of young arms, so it's open for competition. So I can't wait to see how that shapes out.
Joe, we talked briefly with Eric Eddy in the clubhouse. What do you want to see out of him, a local kid out of Houston, getting the shot here, getting the invite here at least?
To have fun, really. He is a charismatic kid. There's a good energy, good vibe about him. And what I told him is just come out here and have fun. I was excited that he was in Houston, getting around some of our players, getting to go Minute Maid, getting to know the staff. But his attitude has been great, and I'm sure he's going to be part of our future.
Was his locker next to Verlander, was that by design?
It was on purpose, just to get him around those guys, and he's a guy that always, like a lot of our young players and pitchers, that always asking questions, and I always encourage those guys to just go pick their brains, how they get ready, their plan of attack, how they go in the weight room, and just to see if they learn something. We're not only here to only hear from the coaches. I want these guys to learn from some great players in there, potential Hall of Famers, All-Stars, you name it. We have them all in there. So those guys are really their wisdom is valuable, and he's one of those guys who's always asking the right questions.
How excited are you about Cabbage being here? We were talking to him a few minutes ago as well. Just getting a chance to put up some big numbers.
Yeah, he got here early. He's getting to work with Gary and Dave Clark. Already making some adjustments on his swing. He's got the right attitude, and I'm excited about the tools that he brings to the table.
Why was Clarkie a good fit for this coaching staff?
I have known Clarkie for a very long time. I really like his presence. He's an incredible coach. He can really teach. His personality is exactly what the Astros are looking for in coaches and leaders, and I just thought the right thing was to bring him back to the organization.
What about the personality? Say it's the right type of person.
His smile, his energy. He's a guy that can give you a hug if you need one, but also can discipline a player when he has to. His track record speaks for himself. The players that he's coached, the players he's helped, and his ties to Houston, he knows kind of what the expectations are here. So I'm just excited to have him back.
Joe, we're used to seeing you out here the last few years, very hands-on. What's different so far these new couple of days as the guy?
Get the itch on my on the fungo wants to get out there and bank some ground balls, which I'll do once the full squad gets here. But, for me, it's just delegate responsibilities to these coaches. We have a tremendous staff. I've been with these guys for many years. I know how good they are connecting with our players, and my job is to make sure that I empower my coaches to do their job, and they've done it for so many years.
Is that hard to take a step back to delegate because you've been so hands-on?
It's easier when you're delegating the responsibilities to the quality of our staff. It makes it easier.
Was there anything surprising about just being the manager that first day? Anything like, this is so, besides the not being able to hit fungos?
No, I'm just one minute at a time, one day at a time. I'm trying to take it all in. It's a great experience, but I'm not really looking for anything about it that I'm just enjoying one day at a time. That's the way I'm approaching this.
Good to have that golf cart handy. Hop on that golf cart.
Yeah, actually, trying to help Josh Miller, my pitching coach, with he just had knee surgery, so the golf cart is more for to be more to help him out, move around. But once full squad starts, I won't be on that golf cart very often.
Is there anything with JP updating with his situation?
He played catch yesterday. He's scheduled to have an off day today, but I thought he came out well from playing catch yesterday.
Is Forrest Whitley here?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You mentioned talking to some of the bullpen candidates. Was that a group meeting? How many guys did you kind of discuss the competition there with?
We actually had quite a few. I think Dana mentioned some of those guys yesterday. So, but we have quite a few good arms that we are really excited and looking forward to watching them compete.
What do you look for? You have like maybe 3 or 4 bullpen spots open. Is there any, with the makeup of the pitching staff, is there anything particular you look for, length or handedness? Or
A little bit of everything. I think depth is one thing that comes into mind right away. And always important just bridging the gap to the back end of our bullpen.
Does it worry you lost all those guys and all those innings? I mean, the 3 free agents accounted for a third of your bullpen innings last year.
Yeah, but we feel like we actually have the pieces here to provide us that depth and that we lost. And again, it's just trying to get to the back of our bullpen, and we feel like we have those guys here in camp.
Catchers, is it important to get everybody kind of some work with Diaz and Caratini?
Yeah, and you guys will see them catching sides with everyone. Once we start playing games, both of them are going to be in the lineup right away, just to get familiar with our staff.
Because obviously I had a hater as a left-hander, but do you feel like it's important to carry another left-hander who's maybe the potential for a little bit earlier?
You know what? We just want to carry the best guys, that fits what we are actually trying to accomplish. And, if it's one more lefty, 2 more righties, whatever it plays out, we're going to give the guys an opportunity to win jobs, and we're going to start the season with the best guys available.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Joe, did you address the team this morning prior to the first full squad work?
Yeah, we had a conversation, and it went really well. I'm fired up. Boys are fired up.
What was your message?
The message, I'll leave it between, me and our players. So it's all about being ready to play, and we'll leave it as that.
Did Jim address the team?
Jim, no.
Do you address the expectations head on, or you just say, hey, let's just get 1% better today and 1% better tomorrow? Or do you say, hey, these are expectations, this is what we want?
Expectations here were set before I got here. So this team knows exactly what they need to do. My job is just to make sure that the train stays on the train tracks.
Are you everybody here that's supposed to be here?
Yeah, everyone is here. Everyone is here.
Is everyone a full, aside from guys we know about, is everyone a full go position from the position player side?
Yes. Everyone that is supposed to be on the field will be on the field ready to go. Yes.
You set your pitching plans for the first game or something?
Excuse me?
You set your pitching plans for the first games?
So I know Brian asked me yesterday, Blanco will pitch first game here, spring training. On Saturday. Saturday.
Excited to see Josh and Ryan throw live today.
Yes, I am. Also getting the players in the batter's box, start tracking some pitches, swinging the bat, getting ready for the weekend. They're ready to play early. So I'm excited to see those guys out there competing.
How many of those everyday guys do you imagine playing the first couple of games?
You guys will see all of them playing right away. Yes.
When you hear Bregman say he's ready to have his best season ever, what do you make of that?
Exciting. I hope he does. And I'll tell you what, this guy comes to play every single day. He's a winner. He knows how to win. And when he comes in here with that approach, that mentality, that mindset, we know what he's capable of doing.
Everyone handles contract years differently. And how do you think he's equipped to handle the expectations of playing in a contract year?
I expect Brady to come in, get ready to play, and do what's best for this team. And when he does that, he's gonna be a really productive player.
Do you have to be more careful with pitchers on a day like this with this weather, or is it just normal?
You know what? It's normal. I don't see what you change our approach on a windy, kind of cool day. I think these pitchers, they know their limits and they won't push those, especially so early in camp.
how you may have answered this already in camp, and I'm sorry if you did, but how will it go this year? Will you still position the infield from the bench, or is that going to be Omar's job? Like, how will you handle like how will you, I guess, direct duties of who's going to do what in the dugout during?
Omar will be doing that work.
Joe, what can you tell us about the changes that Pena's made in his swing that we'll probably see today for the first time?
You know what? Actually, seen him for the last couple of weeks in Houston, and he looks comfortable in the box. He looks athletic. I think he's using the whole field, hitting the ball in the air more with power, and I really like where he's at early in camp.
Kind of said it was going to be kind of quieter, less movement. Is that the case?
More efficient, absolutely, and that's exactly what he's shown in the last couple of weeks in Houston. It looks really good. It looks really good.
How did Verlander come out of this?
Excuse me?
How did Verlander come out of this bullpen?
He came out well. He's going to come out today and play a little light catch today.
What about France? Where's he at?
So he is off today,
Okay.
but he is also coming along pretty well.
Ser Espada, en español, sí puede.
Sí, saludos.
Saludos. Primero, felicitaciones. ¿Cómo han sido para usted ahora en esta nueva faceta como manager? Los primeros días aquí en camp, una rutina quizás diferente a la que estaba acostumbrada en los últimos años.
Emocionante, especial. Este grupo es parte de mi vida los últimos 7 años. So, súper contento por la oportunidad y ver a los muchachos competir y ¿sabes? Competir para otro campeonato.
¿Qué tan importante es eso y qué tan, digamos, fácil ha hecho la transacción saber que este grupo, como usted menciona, tiene tanto tiempo ya con ustedes y que los conoce desde bien adentro?
Sí, tener relaciones con los peloteros pues bien importante. Comunicación ha sido formidable por los últimos 6 años. So, eso es algo que me ha ayudado en esta transición.
¿Qué tan importante va a ser Omar López a su lado como bench coach y qué potencial le ve a Omar de ahora en adelante en este juego?
Y a mi mano derecha, una persona brillante, un tremendo coach, una persona que se comunica bien con los peloteros y es un amigo. So, estoy súper contento por la oportunidad que tiene, que va a ser y va a ser tremendo trabajo como coach de banco.
Y por último, José, el tuve como líder, ¿qué representa para usted como manager y para esta organización?
Sí, tenerlo aquí a tropa de por vida es algo bien importante y qué bueno que pudimos llegar a ese acuerdo con él.
Gracias.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Haters live yesterday?
I did. I thought he looked good. I like the little back and forth, that competition between him and Breggy. Two competitors getting after each other. That was fun to watch.
What do you think of Pena's new swing and setup and everything?
I've been watching him for the last couple of weeks, and simple, efficient, and he lay off some good sliders from Presley, and then he got on top of that fastball. So that was very encouraging.
Jordan's come to camp the last couple of years, just dealing with some nagging stuff. Is he full go this year and kind of has he had all that in the past?
Yeah, he's full go. He looked really good yesterday in the outfield drills. He hit in the cages. He's usually not one of those guys that like to take live BPs right away, but he'll start playing earlier than he does in years past.
He's a good. Obviously there's a lot of uncertainty on this year and next year. He's the guy that's locked up here in 2020. I guess from a leadership perspective, is he a guy that maybe we don't talk about as someone that is maybe morphing into a cornerstone of a leader more than he lets on?
Without a doubt. He has a voice in that clubhouse, and he has a lot of influence on how we go about our business. He doesn't really show. He's not very outspoken out here, but when he's in the clubhouse and he speaks, people listen.
How's Jose Abreu looking to you moving around the first few days?
He looks good. He looks really good. Yesterday, he started live BPs and he said he was just going to track, and he came out hacking, which is awesome. But he's in field drills, which we didn't get on the field yesterday. But his hands look good. He's saying all the right things. He feels so much better than he did last year when he first got to camp.
I know you had said that you maybe would think about giving him a few more rest days. Is that something you've broached with him already, and how does that conversation work?
Yeah, we talked about that. And not only with him, but with some of our everyday players. That DH spot, can be beneficial for a lot of them, and he knows where I stand with that. And there's some quick turnaround games, some travel days that he can benefit from just having a DH or just getting a little off day. So he's open to that.
first base, at least on the 40-man, first base is maybe a position where you have a ton of depth. I guess when you do DH Abreu, is it Singleton? Is Dubon still an option at first? Kind of where do you feel like your depth is at first base?
Right, those guys are the one that come to mind right now. Kessinger, he's done it in the past, so it's just wherever the roster comes out to, whichever however we put that team together, that's something that we'll take in consideration. Who can help Abreu over there first on off days.
Joe, how do you think Myers is coming along with the bat so far?
I tell you what, he looked really good. He hit. I saw the home run he hit on field 2, and I heard that he almost hit one out on field 1. But I like the little gather he's got going. His level of confidence is high, and like I've said, he's going to help us win some games this year. So I'm really happy where he's at right now. He's in a really good spot.
Since you've been here, Jeremy has hit high in the order. He's hit lower in the order. I know you haven't played a game yet, but do you have like an ideal sweet spot for him in your mind?
Somewhere where he could be successful. That's how I view. And where that's going to be, I'll let you guys know. But I want Jeremy to come to the ballpark knowing where he's going to hit and where he's going to be a successful major league player.
Do you anticipate having your kind of what is supposed to be the regular starting 5 on track for opening week?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
The starting 5 in the rotation that you would anticipate for the opening week, do you anticipate having all 5 or 6 of those guys on track?
You know what? It's kind of early for that. We'll start talking about that a little bit, after we get going here and some of these pitchers starting to build up. But I think it's kind of premature to see where our top 5 starters are right now. We just gotta wait and see.
How's Verlander?
JV's good. Played catch yesterday. I saw him today. He said he feels good. He's going to come out and play catch today.
Wish him happy birthday.
I did. First thing we did on our meeting today. Wish JV a happy birthday. It was a fun meeting in there. Luke Berry Hill played his new single for us today. Road to the Show.
Live?
Live, absolutely. The song comes out today for the nation, so why not have the artist in there play it for us? He was fantastic. He was really, really good.
Did he play Happy Birthday too, or?
No, he did not do the Happy Birthday. He just did Road to the Show. It was really good. A lot of people in there can relate to the words on the song. I'm one of those guys that played 10 years in the minor league, so I know exactly what it is to the words came out of his mouth. It resonated with a lot of people in that room.
¿Tus expectativas con la receptoría este año? ¿Tus expectativas con la receptoría este año ante la ausencia de Maldonado?
Tú sabes que Maldonado, pues obviamente va a hacer falta un líder en este equipo, y súper contento con la adquisición de Víctor Caratini, un pelotero veterano, un pelotero ganador, y su relación con Yanier en los primeros 2-3 semanas que han estado juntos ha sido formidable. Estoy bien contento con ambos, y como ya todo el mundo sabe, Yanier Díaz pues va a ser nuestro receptor de todos los días, y Víctor Caratini también va a haber mucha acción detrás del plato.
You got into country music, right, when you were in Alabama a little bit?
Mobile, yeah, I love country music. Country, country music, any mood you're in, there's always a country song that you can relate to when you are in that mood, so I like country.
Back to Myers. Is it maybe more beneficial for him, just given kind of his personality and kind of his path here, that he knows, like, I'm going to be given a runway. I'm going to be given time here, and it's not, he's not walking on eggshells, for lack of a better word.
I think that's for everyone. When you're trying to get to the big leagues and you're trying to establish yourself as a major league player, and with a team like ours who are expected to win, players want to know what role they're in. So not only for Jake, but just for everyone. So that's my job, to just communicate and be open and be transparent with them on those roles.
Why did you guys do live BPs early like that?
We always do, Brian.
Oh, okay.
We always get the live BPs out of the way.
Belak and Blanco both worked kind of in a swing role for you guys last year.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job. JP and Belak and some of our guys went down early, and they came and they pick us up, and that's kind of the character and the makeup of our team. So really, the job Blanco did, we needed that pickup from Blanco.
Are he and Belak going to build up as starters?
we're going to stretch them out because that's where their strength in, just kind of be versatile, and we could use them. We could deploy them as a starter, as a long guy. So they'll start slow, and we'll build them somewhere where we could use them as, you know, a reliever and starters.
Anything else, fellas?